Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Thursday, August the 9th, and this is the market overview looking at the Dow SPX 16AU, UPFXE, GLD, SLV, and all that other stuff. Yet another day of sideways. How about that? Been waiting for the sucker to turn, and it just ain't turning yet. Dow down 10 points. But there's been some good developments. Sure, we didn't get the reversal today. At one point it looked like perhaps it was, but they saved it again. And we still do not have a downtick, but we have better excessive separation in the short-term moving averages, which is a good thing. Overnight the futures were up pretty darn good. But by the time the U.S. rolled around, they had calmed down, which was a really good thing, because there for a little while it was kind of worrisome. But anyways, good further development. We are working off the heat map area a little bit in the daily, but it is still a topping pattern, topping area. And while most things are still moving up or holding up, we still have the CCI in decline. And for the first time, we have a downtick in the MACD histogram in quite a while. So, both are good. Certainly, it still seems like we're at a top. It's almost a hammer, not quite. More along the lines of a spinning top once again. And is there anything else to it? I guess that's about it. Beyond that, we're declining in volume. And intraday, 60-minute time frame, whenever we'd have a spike in volume is when the markets would go down, and then the volume would evaporate and the markets would go back up. Actually, that's just this area right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to go in even closer. Yeah, always when we had a volume spike is when it would crap out. But actually, I guess I'm not showing the volume information on here. All right, I'll just go back to the 60-minute. I don't know what I'm. Anyways, here we are today, going sideways essentially, and we had this one dip today. Looked like it was finally going to do the breakdown, but no, snapped right back. And is this still a potential bull flag? Yes, but beyond that, we are also working off the extremities of the 60-minute, wanting a significant immediate down. Still moving down in the CCI, now going up in the stochastics. Leveling out in the 14-day RSI moving average, up on the RSI, up on the histogram, and down on the MACD. Very, very mixed in the 60-minute time frame, and a very big shift compared to the last 2 days. So that's unfortunate, but that's what happens when it goes sideways. So it is what it is. And so now, actually, the daily is not looking quite as bullish, not as perfect anyway, in the daily. And we finally have a red bar. Hopefully it can turn. We're waiting for the downtick in the short-term moving averages. Every day it becomes easier as we go sideways, but we just haven't got it. And that's all there is to it. So, like we said last night, hopefully we'll have it tomorrow. Hopefully it won't be Friday. Unfortunately, we didn't get it today, and hopefully we'll get it Friday. SPX is more of the same, although it was not red today. Did end with a small spinning top, no downtick. Everything else is the same as the Dow. And I think there is a small, ever so small downtick on the MACD histogram, but nonetheless, it is just waiting. The waiting game. Moving on to the VIX. Kind of interesting. I mean, the VIX essentially opened at yesterday's low. I believe it was. Nope, it was 1 penny higher. essentially yesterday's low, which was a new low, and we said it would have to be retested. I don't like it when it does it on the very next day. It's just not as nice, but I guess we'll see if it pops up and comes back down to retest it. But anyway, today, retesting it, 1 penny off, still in the bottoming area in the heat map, down on the CCI, sideways on the stochastics, up, how about that, up on the 14-day RSI moving average, down on the RSI, down on the histogram, down on the MACD. Is this the bottom? Possible. We won't know till tomorrow, unfortunately. And now we have excessive separation, and we have wobble, short-term moving averages. There's definitely a bubble here. And it should take us up here to just shy of 17 bucks when it does reverse. So that would be nice. And TNA. TNA had a good day. Much better than the Dow and SPX. And unable to challenge the recent high. Not a good thing for the bulls, especially on a strong day. We're building more in the topping area of the heat map. We have the fast stochastic trying to roll, so disagreement in the stochastics. CCI ticking up, 14-day RSI moving average ticking down, up on the RSI, up on the MACD, up on the MACD histogram. Very much a push-pull. Positioning is not good, and 14-day ticking down, and stochastics trying to roll, and a topping area. So I would actually be slightly bearish biased on TNA. And if this one decides to go, yeah, that's going to be, it's not going to show as good on the internals of the market. So, very, very curious if it can get to the previous high once again. Now, UUP, fascinating. Last night we had an uptick, we noted it. Normally it can take up to 4 days for it to complete. Did it today, 1 day, boom. We were talking about the bullish bar, how it should help suck it back in. That's exactly what it started to do. CCI going up, stochastics going up, histogram going up, MACD sideways, RSI down, 14-day RSI moving average down, and working off some of the bottoming area in the heat map. But yes, this is very encouraging, and not much of a gap really to fill to the bottom, and certainly we have a gap to fill above us. So yes, I do think that this is definitely bullish biased, and I think it'll be going higher. Bad for the market. With any luck, it should push it right out of the long-term moving average bar. That would coincide with a gap fill here. And getting back to the major price consensus level, be completely natural. So that's what I'm looking for. Also interesting how this descending trend line, we're talking about it bouncing off, having it be significant. We did pierce it a couple days back, twice, and tried to gap below it, and it came right back up. So excellent. Excellent, excellent. FXE, the euro. This one should be coming down for the bears. We said that it should be having problems going into the bearish long-term moving average bar. It should fail, just like it did in the past. And evidently that is exactly what's happening. Wonderful. Getting close to the major price consensus level for the current month. Spinning top. And we're rolling over. We've been watching that happen the last couple of days. Histogram down, MACD going sideways, RSI up, 14-day RSI moving average up, but stochastics down, CCI down, nothing in the heat map to stop it at this point in either direction. Definitely more bearish than bullish, especially if we're going to be able to close below the major price consensus level. That should be a good tell, and we did pierce it today. Excellent. CompQ, the NASDAQ. Yeah. Well, this one is interesting. Yesterday we were talking about this this wedge, this triangle that we had, that it was bullish, biased, and certainly it broke to the upside out of it. Very strong. Not able to get to the previous high here. Definite topping area in the heat map. and we talked about rolling over in the CCI, and everything else is still ticking up. This one had a strong day today in comparisons to the down SPX, so that's okay. But everything is getting pretty darn high. If it can't break this high, it's going to be going down. So I like that. And Apple. Nice day on Apple. Talked about possible downtick on Apple coming. We said that there was a bubble here. We still don't have a downtick. It was saved by its strong day. Building more in the heat map. CCI going down. Stochastics trying to roll. 14-day RSI moving average going sideways up on the RSI, up on the MACD. But look at that, down on the MACD histogram. Is this going to fill soon? Yeah, I think it will. I don't think it's going to go into a bearish cycle or something, but a repair, a little repair job here is what's needed. And GE trying to get a better read on the Dow. GE having a very strong day as well. Did not get our downtick. It's actually bullish engulfing the real body of the candle. Most things moving up. Well, actually, no. 14-day RSI moving average moving up. Sideways on the CCI, sideways on the RSI, mixed on the stochastic but holding high. Down on the histogram, up on the MACD. And 1 day of weakness, and this sucker is going to have a downtick. And not that it's going to be big, it's only going to go down to about 20.7. But nonetheless, I think that that's coming. JP Morgan, the most important bank. Ha ha ha, look at that. Yeah. We talked about last night having problems getting above the 200-day moving average. It was barely able to squeak out above it again today. We have excessive separation. We know there's a bubble here. It's having obvious problems with the 200-day. Down on the CCI, rolling over on the stochastics, up on the MACD, up on the RSI, up on the 14-day RSI moving average, down on the MACD. These downticks on MACDs are a warning sign to me. So whenever I see that, I take notice. So very precarious. This one has a bad day. It's going to have a downtick. Might even achieve the downtick move all in one day. Same day it gets it. And won't be good for the overall market. Very short term. Very short term. XLF. So, XLF. Yeah, look at that. More of the same. It's the same everywhere. Unable to get to the previous high. Another inverse hammer. MACD histogram ticking down. Stochastics attempting to roll. CCI down. Still topping area. Bubble. These things, the daily now, thanks to this sideways movement, is actually should be telling us that the indicators are getting ready to roll over. Hopefully the news won't produce a surprise and it just pops up crazy, but it sure does look like it's getting ready. It just doesn't believe that it can at the moment. GLD. Wow. Very strong day. I didn't even look at this at all today. Everything moving up, even the MACD histogram. And the CCI going sideways. Almost everything going up. Gotta wait till it takes out that high, but wow, that's pretty darn impressive. I went to, I guess the dollar going, well, dollar going up, this should be going down. I don't know what to tell you. And SLV, also a strong day. Bullish engulfing the real body of the candle yesterday. And everything with the exception of the CCI and the RSI, everything ticking up or holding high. Not bad. I think if the markets get smacked, these are going to get smacked too, so don't have much faith in them. And I think that that's going to be about it. Yep, just short, sweet, to the point, and we need another day. Sorry, need another day. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.